never let it run. And with diligence you back your own cause and get no applause. One act of selflessness by one man's word, two in of us want to understand. Cause you are stubborn. Don't walk around here, ain't good for no one. for no one.
Oh, that's so true. That is so true.
Hello, good evening, good morning,
Just
good
in case.
afternoon, wherever you may be around this wild, wacky, and sometimes disturbing world of ours. Yes, that's the intro to the Mindset Podcast, a weekly attempt to open eyes and shedding light on what's really going on in the world, all done by ripping apart the media madness that masquerades as news.
Check it.
Join me, Gareth Davis, every Sunday on the Mindset Podcast. You can find
actually
the
supposed
show
to be on
on
this week.
all major podcasting services such as iTunes, Stitcher, and so on. Or
And
you
last
can go
week.
directly to the main Mindset website. That's www.mindsetcentral.com. Check out the Mindset Podcast. Bring your curiosity.
Jesus. There we go. This is Radar Eyes, River Run. That's not the name of the show, of course. Hopefully, if you're watching, it says it right here. And the previous song, which the probability of that popping up again while I start a live stream is just super high. So I guess that song could be the intro. I might have to talk to the guys. I don't know. Might be the intro for this show. The band is Dogstar and Catfish, and the name of the song is called Scum. And I love it. It's one of my favorite jams here on the Anonymous Radio Network. Of course, you're watching Chillin with Jay. Let me change this shit up so it's not all like in your face there anymore. And it's on the Anonymous Radio Network.podbean, which we're streaming. We're multicasting across Twitch, Periscope, and Twitter, which is something we've been doing, or I've been doing, because it's only me and maybe the few guests I've had on so far. Oh, crap. Okay, I got him. But yeah, we are multicasting. And, of course, throughout the stream, we're going to be hearing the music in the background, okay? And, again, that is all music on the Anonymous Radio Network.podbean.com. You can go check out our stream. And I'm going to sit down for a bit. And the radio stream, the actual network part of this whole thing, or whatever the Anonymous Radio Network is. And you can check out the stream 24/7. It will have a handful of podcast shows on there from the most recent Where Are We At, which is a show I did earlier this year, interviewing a health worker about the whole COVID stuff, and previous shows where I do some paranormal stuff with the LCGH podcast, and we got some dorky geek stuff, nerd stuff, the Luda Geeks podcast, which you can check out. This is also a good song too. And then you can check out another show, a long time show that's been on the network, Optional Opinion, that talks about video games with Eddie V. And then you can check out the Mindset Podcast that plays every day. I'm going to eventually redo the schedule, because I'm the one who does all that. I'm the website coordinator, the web designer. I do everything. So I got to schedule that just so some of the shows, there's equal slots for everybody, because eventually throughout the day you only have so much time. And I would like to promote each show as much as I can, as well as the music. So when you tune in, you can hear music. And like, again, I'm going to make a schedule So people can be like, oh, I'm going to tune in at this time to check out that show, or listen to the music hour or whatever the hell it may be. So, but yeah, you could tune in and check out independent artists from kind of around the United States, mostly from the Chicago area where I am based at the moment. And yeah, and you can support them by checking out the links on our friends page or support page. You'll find it. I forget what I called it, but you'll find it. And you can go click out the links and check out everyone that we support here. And, of course, everyone's websites that's been part of this. And like I said, you can listen to all sorts of shows. And I'm going to be adding, hopefully, a new show coming soon. I should talk more on how we're going to do it all. But yeah, we should be getting a new show to the network soon. And most likely it'll be uploaded to the stream. I'm going to try to see if I can get individual uploads for the Podbean site. But any of the individual episodes will be most likely any content that I do or any of the long-time uploaders have been doing. That would be most definitely will be uploaded more so than the other content. Everything will be on the radio network, which is what this is all about. To be honest with you, I can do all the talking I want and have my own shows and do all that goofy stuff, and it's really more about having a platform to share with like-minded people. And that's partially why I do the paranormal stuff, was basically to create my own platform to share with like-minded people. And not saying it's always the case, but that is the overall aspect of that. Excuse me. In case you're wondering what's the name of this song, it's K Sierra's the band. And Eng Bunker is the name of the track. So if you're enjoying the music, always leave a comment about whatever songs you're interested in or what you heard, maybe what you liked, and maybe I could direct you to the people that you can support them individually. And I kind of want to bring this down some more. I need to eventually get a stand for this iPad and eventually get another iPad or iPhone. And my lips are getting chapped. And I'll be able to control all this over here. So, like, the only thing you see is me doing something like this. So it doesn't look like I'm grabbing this. I say that every time. But yeah, if you're first tuning in, this is what the show's about. Kinda. And yeah, we pretty much is chilling with Jay. You chill with me. I'm Jay. I'm this guy. I do this thing. Usually I do them late at night because having a family and all that great stuff of being an adult makes it very hard to do things during the daytime. And I am the type of person who loves their individual time. And this is the time. And luckily, since I work for myself, basically, I laugh because it's a hard battle, and that's a whole discussion to talk about eventually. I can control and not so much worry about my dredging morning going to the usual 9 to 5. So staying up late like this right now, doing what I'm doing, is not going to kill me like it may have. Well, I should say, like half a, like 5 years. No, not even that. A little longer than that. I would say working almost every day for weeks, for months, years, maybe it seems like. It could be. It really does take a toll on you. And as much money as I made and helped to get me out of debt and all that, I would have preferred my time spent with family and friends, to be honest with you, because in the end, you only get one shot at this, as far as I know, and if we spend it just working all the time, I think that's a waste of time. If we spend it I guess part of my philosophy for anything is if we spend it doing something a single thing for most of our life, it's kind of a waste of time, you know. So yeah, I don't know if that's bad, but you could take it for what it is. But yeah, I feel like you do one thing your whole life. It's kind of a waste of this one experience that we have. So try to get as much as you can in. And I wasn't always my philosophy. It kind of grew into that. But yeah, so that's kind of me. And how I apply what I want to do for work. I am an HVAC tech by trade, as well as a handyman remodeler. As you can see back here, well, you can't probably see. I'm not going to do all this moving the camera right now. You know, you could check out some first episodes I did, which should be on Periscope. And if not, they're on my Facebook. And most definitely, I think if you got to find me on Periscope, CrazyJ82, which is on Twitter. What the hell? I just heard something from outside there. It might be one of the trucks. But yeah, so a remodeler, and I've been doing all this. There's a sun over here that I spray painted because I be doing this, which I'll explain a little more as we get going here. And I, at the moment, control my time. So the point I was getting to, which was what I was talking about, I think it's time to spark my black and mild, since we're getting into discussing things. Some more catfish and dogfish. Dog star. Sorry. Catfish and dog star. not dog star and catfish. Working so much is like fucking, it's bullshit. Fuck work. I mean, work enough to survive and get what you gotta do, but really what we do as work is fucking bullshit. Everyone wonders why everyone's ill and sick, because we're constantly working and stressed. And it's a whole discussion I've gone into before in previous shows. I would be willing to go through it again because, we're live streaming. It could be your first time listening to me, and why not, right? And who cares if it's redundant to you, because sometimes life is redundant. Why not get a little bit of this information as redundancy? Maybe it might help you. Maybe it might change you. This is not a blunt or anything. It's just a black and mild with a plastic tip. I like the wood tips. So, bringing it back to a little bit about the work and doing what I do here, I do podcasting, which I advertise the Mindset Podcast, and I will have more promotions up soon for other radio shows. And I've been doing this for like a decade, podcasting specifically. You can find me on Blog Talk Radio under LCGH or the Anonymous Radio Network. And we have our own website, and which is actually on the Podbean site. We did that, but the subscription for Podbean, doing all that, is much more. It's a much better deal than what Blog Talk was offering. Which I ain't gonna lie, it's a good deal still with all what they offer. You get a call-in number right off the bat for your subscription. You get your a website basically. You get your uploads, a chat, and for the most part, Blog Talk's been pretty good about getting back to people, but I think it's like $40 now. I was doing it when it was cheaper, and they had a free subscription or a free service to it. You could record like back to back. It was like an hour maybe, but you still got like an hour recording time after that didn't go live on air. So we just recorded 2-hour shows like all the time. It was like kind of a glitch in the system. It was kind of run by some college students back in the day, some startup company, and then I think Fox or whoever owns Fox or the Murdoch, they bought it out, and now it's like a $40 subscription. a pretty flashy site. It's pretty popular. I've thought about going back, but maybe when I got money to spend or the shows start producing money, I'll invest in getting on Blog Talk again, because it was a really good way to network and get out there. To be honest with you, that's how I started. So, long story short, doing all that, podcasting, all that, and you got work, it kind of takes up the time. And if you spend a lot of time, I'm gonna move this ashtray. Sorry, guys. Spend a lot of time working, it makes Jack sad. Makes Jack mad. All work, no play. Makes Jad a dull boy. Of course, I don't think I'm gonna go off, and we're gonna just let that sit real quick. I'm gonna go off and start hacking everybody, but yeah, I like to break up the monotony of life by having experiences, and this is an experience too that you're having. So I like a little control, and doing all that was no control. I was on call all the time. And it was cool. My job was cool, but it was a pain in the ass at the same time, because it controlled a lot of my life. And I ended up hating it, actually, for a point in time. And I kind of explained this on some shows. And this is probably what a lot of people deal with, but I started getting anxiety, and I guess they were panic attacks, what you would call them, when I would go to work, and things would be closed in, and I just didn't want to be there. And there was a lot of reasons why. I guess I can get into them, but there was a lot of reasons why. One, because it was a small shop of 3 people, 2 office people and me, who was the lead tech warehouse guy, sales sometimes. We did everything, but I got paid as a tech. And then I find out later on that I was getting paid less than guys who did nothing. Like, our shop was like one of the only shops in all the company of like 20 plus shops I think there might have been 2 more, so there might be 3 of us, but at least I think it was Vegas and us were the 2 top tech type shops that dealt with dealing with the equipment and overall installation and servicing. I did portable, I don't even know what you want to call it, really. I guess portable environmental control. There you go. That's a much better and fancier term. And I installed and maintained the equipment, and it was fun. I learned a lot of different systems. It really challenged me. That was another thing, and probably another reason why I am the way I am as well. Because being the only guy, and maybe being out at 10 o'clock at night for a job, and you can't do anything else, and you have to come up or find a way to fix it or something to get things going. And you just got to do it on the spot. Many times I call my boss, and he's just like, you got to figure it out. And I'm like, I've never been in this situation. How am I supposed to figure it out? But I did. I always figured it out. So although my boss was kind of an ass, one thing he taught me is that you can always figure it out. And I wore this bracelet because my mom always said, when there's a will, there's a way. You're not going to be able to read it, but it says it on it. When there's a will, there's a way. So a lot of what I do is taken through that. So after years of doing that, I got out of it because of the crash of 2008. They laid us off, and then for a while I was working on and off for different places, and then eventually I started working for myself. And then I was subcontracting sales and other shit for a company my office manager of that company did, and he started his own little remodeling company. Mostly insurance businesses, insurance claims of roofing and siding, because that's where the money is. That's a whole thing to talk about too. But he started that, and he's been doing that, and that's who I work for on and off, that I get subcontracted for. So that it ended up working out, and then we actually all work together now. So I left, came back for a few years, and then the company got sold out, and I had to leave again for many reasons, including that. My boss, he had to, he eventually was there And eventually, I guess he was let go or something, and then now he's working with us. So no one originally is working at the offices that we did. There might be some people in maybe in some of the main offices, and they might have a couple offices still with the company. I don't know how many they sold, but yeah, the company sold us out, and that sucks after going through all that shit of blood, sweat, and tears for a company that ends up selling us out. So that's another reason why I am the way I am, and why it's much better to work for yourself, because if something gets fucked up or I'm worried about pay, it's really on me. And I think that's the way it should be in some aspects for a lot of things, especially if we're going to consider ourselves a capitalistic society. In a way, I think people should somehow, not through unions, because that's a whole, it's like a Band-Aid on an issue already. It's like a smaller government, what government should be doing. But we should all just be subcontractors, working for ourselves, determining the hours we want, where we want to work, or how we want to work and whatnot, and not be held down by contracts of a company or something like that. You know how many companies I worked for and I had to sign a contract because I can't have a job. There's like one company I couldn't have a job in the same field for like 2 years or a year or something like that. And then if I did, I can't, for a period of time, I couldn't talk about what I did at that company or whatever. And if they found out, they can sue me and shit. And then many jobs like that, So it sucks how they kind of trap you. And then you got your 9 to 5. And there's so many times every job I've had, you're literally doing busy work. And of course, every little bit counts. But sometimes it's just like, do we really all have to be here just because we have to fill in the 8-hour day because, that's the way our economy is. You got to work this many hours because if you don't, you can't survive. Otherwise, if it wasn't like that, you know how much we'd be banking. But that's a whole discussion in itself, which I've been somewhat through. I'm willing to go on again. But yeah, anything you're hearing, please comment in the chats, because again, we're simulcasting YouTube, Facebook. I'm sorry, can't do Facebook anymore, or at least for 60 days. You check out a backlog of episode to find that out. Oh, man, I got to update these episodes too. That's another thing. Descriptions and everything. So I like doing this. I like podcasting. I like streaming now. And I got this rig set up through my iPad because my laptop is shit, and then the other computer I have, I think, is getting close to the same thing. So why not try this and work with everything else in another way? But yeah, so I do this, so it's much easier now that I control my life a little more, that I could do these things and not worry. Because back then, when I was doing all that, it was a stress among everything else that was a stress. And not only did I have to work, I still had to take care of being in a relationship and a household and pets and this and that. And you have very limited time to do things, and I'm missing out on birthdays and family stuff, and just all years, months, and weeks going by thinking, I might have a day off, I might be able to do this, I might be able to do that, and it's just like, I gotta schedule my days off with the weekend, so because it'd be easy. They gotta make sure they have me during the week at least, or they might have me like, we only have so many big jobs right now, which we'll most likely will have a job and most likely fill the time doing something for the 8-hour day if we're not. But if it was slow enough, even though it seemed like it never was, they would kind of bargain with me on days to take off, and it would suck because I couldn't just take off whenever I wanted, which I could if I fought it. But because I just was, this is what I do, and I'm the only guy. At the time, I was the lead tech, the main lead tech. Eventually, we had part-timers later on into the years, but they only come on in the summer season when it was really hectic. And sometimes that didn't even help, with everything. We were just constantly busy, working freaking late. But yeah, that was the life. It made me sick. So I had, like I was explaining earlier, I had a little bit of, I guess, the anxiety, panic attacks. And there was like other things going on, but it all accumulated, and I went to the doctor and found out nothing was wrong with me, and she suggested I should start meditating, which is weird because I would do these things, but I guess, when you have all that, and I just wasn't doing it regularly enough to take that time for myself. That's really what meditation is. time for yourself. And when I started doing that and kind of just focusing my mind and just kind of changing my thoughts on things and trying to become positive and not think about, because that was the other problem. And that's things that we do ourselves too that make it bad. Because sure, it was a stressful environment. Sure, there was many other variables involved that made it that way, and why I and other people didn't want to be there as well. But in the end, it's gonna be me. It's gonna be you who can get through that day. It's gonna be no matter what. And it's not saying to turn off a switch. You know what I'm saying? It's like real. It's like what I kind of said. We only live momentarily. This is it so far, you know, of right now, this experience right now. You know, maybe you get born again and you live a different life and, you know, you do different things. But what's happening right now in this very moment, without any further understanding of what may be happening after this ends here, this is it. So, you know, why worry and spend so much time on all these, you know, in a sense, rules and boundaries? And not that it's saying we don't need those things to an extent. We do, but we don't really need them if, in a sense, we were more capable people. That's kind of hard to, what I'm trying to convey is probably hard, but if we were more self-sufficient in some way, I'm not saying I'm totally self-sufficient or anything like that, but there's a certain aspect of that in me already, or what I developed, that kind of hints to be able to get through this, you know, like, you know, there's a whole thing about therapy, and, you know, I taken psychology, okay, I've read books, self-help books, all sorts of positive books, and really in all the same things of what therapy is, besides offering a scientific name to what you're dealing with on a personal level. It's really just trying to get that stuff out of you and kind of, you know, the therapist is really some external thing to help you formulate something you already got to do anyways, because no matter what the therapist says or the psychologist or counselor or anything, it's up to you to be like, oh yeah, this information is valid for me, and yeah, I need to change this, or I need to accept this, or so on and so forth. So no matter what, it's going to always be up to you to accept what's going on in your reality. That may be a negative or positive experience, you know. This is a really good song. God, I love when the hits come on, because sometimes they don't, and then sometimes it's like, whoa, these are all the songs I want to listen to. But yeah, you know what? Let's take a quick break. I need some water real quick, and I'm gonna double check the chats, promote the YouTube. You guys check out this song, and this is Chillin' with Jay on the AnonymousRadioNetwork.podbean.com. Find out more. My Gold Mass is the band, Severed is the song. It's the track.
slices right now. I'm the king of pizza, eat 100 slices right now. Got 100 missing, that's 100 problems. Got 100 homies on 100 couches, and we ripping bowls and we watching good right now. King of pizza, eat 100 slices right now. I'm the king of pizza, eat 100 slices right now. Got 100 missing, that's 100 problems. Got 100 homies on 100 couches, and we ripping bowls and we watching good right now. Nine's kinda overrated, play perfect, dark and plays way better. Take a half that, pair of half caps, hat, mad ball, polka dot sweater. Play Ryan Fest with T and Sarah. Give me thin crust, extra marinara. My Panamera don't exist, say Nana's hands. I got the bread of golden era. I'm rassy, don't compare us. I'm chillin' on couches, surf channels to change. You lame, so don't embarrass us. You surfing on couches with nowhere to hang. I'm ragged, got raised by the TV. Red Owl's my idol, so king me. I'm ragged, got raised by the TV. Whole life grew up watching Goonies. King of pizza, eat 100 slices right now. I'm the king of pizza, eat 100 slices right now. Got 100 missing, that's 100 problems. Got 100 homies on 100 couches, and we ripping bowls and we watching good right now. King of pizza, eat 100 slices right now. I'm the king of pizza, eat 100 slices right now. Got 100 missing, that's 100 problems. Got 100 homies on 100 couches, and we ripping bowls and we watching good right now.
I guess I'll turn that part off. I don't need that on that much. I'll just hit it up every now and then. And you can see my son. My son. I have a son who's downstairs. But that's not my son. I got some candy. The candy is because I be smoking and be getting dry mouth, and water doesn't always help. So we are just hey Periscope, hey Twitch, and hey YouTube. I see you all. Join the chat. Morning. Chatting up in Periscope. We got 2 watchers. Hey everybody. Let's turn into Switch real quick. Twitch. I'm on Switcher Studio. Doing Twitch. You can find me there on the Twitter. And that's who I am. Let's see. Let's tune into Twitch real quick. Beautiful. So I've been having a problem. They're not my from the restream. Take that off. You can also find me here. That's the paranormal stuff. So you're interested in my paranormal stuff? If you're interested in paranormal stuff, you can just ask questions in the chat, because the stream is really just whatever goes here. Turn this down a little bit so it's not like blasting. And I'm not totally talking over you all. We're talking over them being loud. But you can ask all that there, because, I mean, this stream's going to cover, just follow that on Twitter, LCGH, which stands for Lake County Ghost Hunters, which is in Lake County, Illinois. But it's really, we changed the name. It's the LCGH Research Group because, I mean, we don't really hold ghosts. What we really do is try to understand consciousness, try to understand reality. That's really what we're trying to do, or that's what it turned into. But yeah, that's why it's called the LCJH Research Group. Good evening, good morning, and there's the Mindset again, because you check that out. It's a show that I'm on, Mindset Podcast, on MindsetCentral.com. Here's the promo.
Yes, that's the intro to the Mindset Podcast.
We'll be getting more promos for other podcasts and everything. And, of course, tune in again. Tune in to, this is why I want another freaking iPad so I could do all this on the other side, theannounceradionetwork.podbean for updates, which I got to do my best to update that site too with the streams so people can easily access them that way. And now that we're on Twitter, I guess I could do a Facebook, not Facebook. Facebook, why? I can't stream on Facebook. I can use, since I'm on YouTube now under the Anonymous Radio Network, we can just embed the videos with YouTube as well. That's another reason why. So, in a way, I've already been doing this. I did it on Periscope Individual and Facebook before I had the Switcher Studio, and then I started doing it simulcasting, and now I'm on YouTube because I was having an issue to stream on YouTube. I had like a waiting period of some sort before they allowed me to. So I did that, and I may upload these particular videos on I gotta see. I haven't been saving the raw files, but whatever, they're going to be on the websites. But I'll probably upload these videos on my individual account because it's just really me. It's not like, the whole network. I'm digging this beat already. And yeah, so that's where it's going to happen. Check out the anonymousradionetwork.podbean.com, blah, blah, blah. And keep up to date with all that type of stuff. So, I was talking about that, ghost hunting, all that stuff. Again, this whole stream is going to encompass that. And in a way, it's kind of like a gaming stream because what I'm doing overall with this, and Twitch, I just found out I can actually stream my games through my phone and my other apps. So that's another good thing to do. I can actually stream games through there where I can actually turn into more of a gaming thing. I play Pokemon Go. And I play DC Legends, and I can get further into that, as well in this stream or in a later stream. But I do play those, and I just realized Twitch does that. But now we're doing that, and what kind of makes this a gaming stream is because at the moment, what I've been doing since starting these streams, I've been painting my Warhammer minis. I play the Tau Empire. I've explained a lot of, well, not a lot. I explained some things about what I do and what this whole Tau thing is all about. But right now, if you haven't been keeping up, Tau Empire, blah, 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 I'm past my droids. I got an update, because if you've been following, these are my droids. This is my shield drone. I painted them red and white just to kind of simulate the health sign. These are my marker drones. And what they do is they end up helping me make better shots and other things. And they're green and yellow, just because I wanted something, which I might have them with my Pathfinder team or my Fire Warriors, which are these guys. And I need a better light over on this side where the camera is, so you can see some of this better, because it's not working. But this is a Fire Warrior. This is a long range Fire Warrior. Oh my god, how did this happen? This guy just broke off his base, so I gotta fix that. So that's something to do over on the stream here. And there might be points where I'm not talking, but there's music, so just chill. Jump into chat. Hopefully my when you guys chat, I can get updated. I'm going to say hi in the chat here, thanks to our viewers up in Periscope and Twitter and Twitch. But yeah, you can contact me. Hopefully it updates. I can get to it really quick. I'm going to try to do the chats all on my phone, so it's a little easier to happen. I got like a whole thing over here. I have this catching all this broadcast or taking that information, and I got that basically broadcasting to Restream, which is how I'm restreaming all this. And I have Restream running on my laptop, which is great because that's all I'm doing it over there, so it's not going to kill my laptop. And then while that's happening, I am basically communicating with my phone on here. So it's like having like multiple computers, because that's all these are, just computers. So that's how I do it. So right now, what I'm doing, I'm got a guy to fix, which just is like one of my captains, and all these fire warriors I got to touch up and whatnot. I did them a little differently, but it worked out. Well, my breacher. So those were long range. These are my short melee guys. These are the breachers. Here, let me get it so you can see the gun better. They have a different gun that makes them breacher. And I got new lighting, mainly for this. It doesn't really help that, but I got new lighting. That's not gonna work, and it's fucking hot as hell. But that's them. You see, they have a shorter gun. I know. I'm gonna put this guy up. He has a long gun. It's a ranged weapon. This is a short gun. It's for more up close combat. So this is an assault 2, which means it gets basically 2 fires. And then this is single until you get to a certain range, and then you could do. Oh no! I think this automatically has 2. This has a single fire, and then when you get closer to a certain range, and then it has a double fire. This has a double fire already as a long shot, and then there's like things to add to that to make it better and stuff. I'm pissed at this. I didn't even know how that broke off. Maybe when my cat was up here. So anyways, I've been painting this whole army. I painted my Pathfinders, which are over here. You're going to kind of see they're a little different. And these are a little more vibrant because I did a different type of not painting scheme, but technique on them. If I wanted to, I guess I can add more detail. They already have some detail, but I'm going to add more detail. But yeah, they're a little more vibrant than these guys, which is fine because the Fire Warriors are kind of been through it, so they could be a little duller looking. But overall, they came out pretty much how I want. I got to fix that. It's a little green that bled off there, and I got to add more green. But it's hard to see. But there's like if I had good lighting. Can't see. It's a long name for this band. Alright, maybe I could do this, and this will help with the lighting for the Pathfinder. Yeah, that's a little bit. That helps a little bit. It helps a little bit. Let me do something like that. There we go. It helps a little bit. So the color scheme is Boba Fett's green and yellow gray color scheme because they got these helmets and we're doing space, and why not? So I have a bit of, in case you haven't been paying attention as well, I have a bit of a Star Wars thing going on here. This is a drone. I based it off of look at that. The light does help right there. I based it off of R2-D2. This one is oh god, I forget which drone this is. It's either the grab inhibitor or god, I can't remember what the other drone is for that. It's for my Pathfinder team. Anyways, this drone, which is either the grab inhibitor or the other drone, is based off BB-8. You see he's got like an orange. Beautiful. That's one of my better. Well, actually, all the droids are my favorite, including what I've shown earlier, and what I'm going to explain to you what I've been doing recently. This is BB-8, and I'm trying to decide what I might turn into a C-3PO drone, because I kind of want to do. Well, I kind of want to keep those drones in the Pathfinder thing, but I can do anything. There's all sorts of drones I could be doing that are kind of like character drones in themselves. So you have like a bunch of shield drones, regular shield drones, but there's also, just in case that's a little too loud, I'm sorry if I'm yelling to someone, but there's also like better shield drones. I forget what they're called, like Guardian drone, and only like a few models have that. So I'm thinking of doing one of those as like a C-3PO color, or I'm thinking of doing this one. Actually, I shouldn't have turned it off. As my C-3. This is my recon drone. So I'm kind of thinking of doing this one all gold, but I like I kind of messed up on it. I was testing some color schemes and stuff, but I kind of like the rugged look on it. So we'll see. I don't got to rush to finish all this because, for painting wise, because it's technically painted and it's ready for play. So troops, I showed you drones, which kind of do support stuff, some extra fire and shields, and the marker drones kind of help with helping to fire. And then we have our commander, which is much smaller. It's my Commander Shadow Sun. Interesting. She's some of the models. It's funny how I think the newer model's bigger, but this is the commander. I may or may not use her soon. We'll see, depending on what size game we play and stuff, and once I get used to everything. And then we start getting bigger than the commander, and you can see she's in her suit. Just so you see, I did her as kind of one of the female shiny armored Mandalorians, and kind of more like Captain Phasma from the new trilogy. So I did her. Tower kind of blue skinned. It's kind of hard to see here, but there's some models you're gonna be able to see better. This guy's a little bluer. This is an ethereal. And he just morale points. He's kind of a melee guy, but you really use him to buff your characters. And then, as you start getting bigger,
Hello, good evening,
turn
good
it
morning,
down because
good
we don't need to hear
afternoon.
promos all the time. Music's always where it's at, and we hear that all the time. Then we have our crisis suits, which are the next bigger kind of anti-tank, anti-troop unit. And I'm going to model all my suits that are like this. This is not necessarily the size they're going to be for all battle suits, but these are crisis suits next step up to kind of give you a little bit of size reference. That's a troop, and that's a crisis suit. And they fit inside of it. They're like, hey, well, they don't now, but, the idea is that they're inside the suit. So we have a little guy troop, bigger, and there's bigger models. I think this is going to might be my proxy in case I do it, but there's models this size. See how he's a little bigger? I should probably keep that up so you can see. And he would be my broadside. So they start getting bigger, more expensive to buy too, and more expensive to put in your army because it's all dictates by your points and whatnot. But what I did with the crisis suits, or the suits now, they're going to be Transformers. So if you haven't seen already, once I said that, this is Bumblebee. And I did these guys a little different than what I did with the rest of the crew. Well, except for the shield drones, I kind of did them the same way. So what I did was do my usual Zenithal highlight, which you depending on where it's at, you can't really tell right now, but some areas are a little darker and maybe a little lighter than others. But it's a spray base of black, and then a gray, and then a white to kind of so it is actually, if you can see in the front chest, it's a little darker. It's kind of hard. Yeah, it is kind of hard. So in the front chest, around the lower part here, like where my fingernail is, it's a little darker, and that's partially because of some of the paint when I was doing a shadow, but like a wash. It was a small wash, but it didn't get everything. It's even underneath here. It's kind of hard to tell. You see how it's darker there? It's still yellow there, but it's got a dark shadow on there. So what that is basically shadows. That's what it is. So when I do the prime, the darker parts will stick out, the lighter parts will stick out when I put this on. I spray painted the base yellow. This is all yellow. That's why the base is yellow. So I just spray painted yellow, so it came out more uniform and much crisper looking than the Pathfinder. Of course, the suits are machines, so they're going to be a little bit more crisper looking. Pathfinders kind of have a little dullness to them, but it's not a big deal. It kind of makes a great contrast. So anyways, this is my Bumblebee, okay? Smaller units, scout units, kind of the crisis suits are to help with support, and pretty much they can do damage on their own, This is Sideswipe, and these are all the movie versions. So if you're familiar with the movies, this is Sideswipe. I'm going to change the weapons. That's another thing. If I didn't show you, where is it? I don't think we're going to do it tonight. We're going to see. But I'm going to finish painting this dude so he dries. So depending on when I finish painting him, I may have time to take this out. This is magnets. So I'm going to magnetize the weapons on this dude. I'm going to have to cut really small pieces of magnet. Went to Hobby Lobby, bought this. And where are my brushes? Jesus Christ. And a brand new set of brushes. Because I needed some to kind of help me do some flat surfaces and stuff like that. Eventually I'm going to need more detail brushes, but I'm good on them for right now. I got one more good detail brush that I haven't touched yet. That just now fell out of the package. I didn't even know it was open. I had 3 of these. I'm actually missing another one. Hopefully I can find it. Because, detail brushes are kind of not hard to find, but you gotta get like a package of them, and maybe I just want one, whatever. Maybe I can find one. I'm just being a doo-doo about it. But yeah, detail brush is like this. Very small tip compared to like a flat edge or something, which is funny because I have this brush already. No, it's not totally like that. Huh, they're saying this is a wash brush? I'm going to keep that to help me further figure things out. I don't even know if I have. Was this the detail brush? I kind of fucked one of the brushes up. It was kind of, I don't know. It just wasn't right to me, so I cut it. And eventually I just kind of messed it up anyways by doing washes and shit with it. But I guess there was a detail brush. There was a liner brush, which I don't know. But now I know. We got a fan flat, the filbert, an oval wash, which I have. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Here's the wash. This is what I should be doing for washes, now that I think about it. And probably washes, and so one of these could be a wash brush, I guess, or just a flat brush. There's a shader, which that helps too. But anyways, so I picked up some brushes, all that, because I got some coupons. And basically you're paying a few dollars for some new brushes and some magnetic tape, which helps with all sorts of things. So that wasn't a bad deal this week. I also was able to bid on a new model on eBay while I could. And I won that bid, which is nice, getting things cheap. Though I guess I could have waited and just spent the money, got it brand new. But hey, I'm a cheap bastard, and why not get it cheap while we can? So I did that. So right now I'm painting these guys. I forgot. I got one more guy here. And this guy is Jax. Or he could be, oh God, what's the other one? I forget. But anyways, he's Jax right off the bat. And of course, they're all going to, he might keep the same weapons. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, so we got this dude. I think I'm going to change his weapons out to a fusion blaster, a double fusion blaster, and then use these cannons for something else maybe. But I'm going to hopefully pry them off without destroying my unit. And yeah, we'll see how that turns out. See, there's even some shading on the arm, which kind of sucks. This got some good shading, but this side didn't. Well, it is a little lower. I did realize that. It is a little lower, so it's got some shading underneath there. Hopefully, it won't look too weird with the whatchamacallit, with the magnet. That's what I'm trying to do. So we're gonna fix this dude while we can. This is Lysis. Instrumental Sift, a friend of mine, actually one of my best friend's brothers. And we're going to glue that while we have some time. I'll be up for a little bit longer. And we're going to while that's drying, we're going to paint this dude. And while that's drying, we may pry off the weapons so we can test the magnet stuff. Because everything else is just details. I may even do... Where's this? I may even paint this dude. We'll see. We'll see. It's just another marker drone. So, he's stuck on his peg. I guess I could reuse the peg if I drilled out some of the holes bigger on some other drones or other things. But they glued him on, so I don't want to try to mess with that too much and just keep him as is. Some of these other ones can be taken off, so I could reuse the pegs. So we're going to paint him in case I want to take them out and use the peg and still have an extra marker drone ready for my unit. And I got other drones, more shield drones to paint, and maybe turn into a guardian drone, stuff like that. So I still have quite a bit. I even have this missile drone, which would go on to my broadside, actually. Yeah, it would go onto this dude. So there's that. I think I got 2 missile drones. Bam, bam, bam. So he can go onto my broadside. Hell yeah. Very cool, dude. Very cool. I need more drones. That will happen. But I will save that till I make a little more money so I can buy some bits. I've budgeted enough to buy what I wanted for this month. And yeah, if I got $10 or so to spend on some bits, I'll do so. But yeah, right now that's pretty much it, because I got my army, and then I actually still have a few other things to build and paint. And so we're still going to be doing this with those, because I'm going to be building that, and I'm continue to paint. I obviously going to buy more models until I can afford them, because right now this is it. Actually, I really like this song too. So yeah, let's get this going again. You're chilling with Jay. We can do some painting. You heard me ramble about all sorts of stuff for the last hour almost. Any questions, concerns, comments, anything, throw them in the chats to wherever you're watching, Periscope, Twitch, and YouTube. And yeah, we can communicate through there. Maybe get you on. I can send you a link if you want to come on and chit-chat. And yeah, so we're going to get started on this. Oh yeah, I still need to touch up this guy anyway. So a lot of these smaller guys I got to touch up, but they're painted. They're ready to go. They got prime. They got stuff going on. So if I wanted to play with them, I can. Alright, so that's a smaller drone base. This guy is actually going to go on one of these squads. Which squad are you going to go? I could see how most of these bands come from Chicago. I could see how they have a Chicago sound. I can't pinpoint what that means, but yeah, I can have a Chicago sound. And there's much more bands that I have, but the bands I do have on here are the ones that I really, really liked, and I thought we should be able to listen to them. So I uploaded them to the server. And again, check out our webpage, anonymousradionetwork.podbean.com, and you can support us as well. And also support us by checking out our friends, our support page, and checking out their websites and stuff. Make sure my breachers are with my breachers. I just realized I am missing one of my troops. Holy shit. Oh, I know where he's at. He moved him. There we go. I was about to freak out. I'm like, no, now I gotta get on the floor and freaking look for these things because I've done it. Because my cat likes to knock the shit down. Alright, so this guy is gonna go with that guy. And then this guy is going to go with this guy. And then these are these troops. And then this guy goes with these guys.
Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be around this wild, wacky, and sometimes disturbing world of ours. Yes, that's the intro.
All right, let's get the glue.
Podcast, a weekly attempt to open eyes and shedding light on what's really going on in the world. All done by ripping apart the media madness that masquerades as
Jesus
news.
Christ, that thing's hot.
Join me, Gareth Davis.
I need also a
every
better
Sunday
little
on the Mindset
container
Podcast.
here.
You can find the show on all major podcasting services such as iTunes, Stitcher, and so on. Or you can go directly to the main Mindset website. That's www.mindsetcentral.com. Check out the Mindset Podcast. Bring your curiosity, your opinions, and a sense of humor.
Some of this
and
fell
remember that
already
some worldviews
because
are
of my
stranger than others.
daughter. She came up here, I had it open, I wasn't paying attention, and she knocked it over. I'm not blaming her to not look cool or something, but she really did. And I was like, no. She actually broke one of these guys' arms. I had to re-glue him back on. It's always fun. Always fun, kids. But I love her. So I didn't kill her. No. Alright. This looks like it's on, which is good. And then we're going to... I really hope I'm not. Did this dry up? Is that what it is? Yeah, I think I'm running low. I'm gonna buy another one, or because I spilt it already with that time with my daughter. Actually, I did spill it once. Now that I think about it, only a little bit came out, but when my daughter did, it's a whole. I think it's right here. This spot right there, yeah. Alright, so this guy's in there. So we got these troops. We got 15 troops. I kind of need to make another troop of breachers and fire warriors. Or strike teams. Which they're all fire warriors. I guess I could just use them as whatever. But, leave this over here because they're not showing any models. Alright, so he's drying. Now we're going to bring this guy forward. We're going to bring this over here. And I cleaned this all up. And it's still a mess. No matter what I do, it's still a mess. Bring this closer. And I'll light this back up. Actually, here, I'll take this. Take a sip of this. Double check the stream. Alright, people watching, but no one's commenting. It's okay, you don't gotta comment, you don't gotta know. But if you're there, saying hi helps. Let you know I know you're listening, that you're not some bot. that you're actually enjoying the show and stuff. But I guess if you're listening, you're still listening. There's just a few of you, then so be it, right? So I appreciate the views, appreciate the listens, I appreciate the rewatches, the reviews. Do this, do this. This doesn't need to be here right now. The only thing I want to do is find a better damn. Get this also out of the way, only these. So much shit everywhere. So I already get this guy. He's I didn't do him like these guys. So I did him with this like sun yellow. My bumblebee. I did this guy actually with an aluminum spray. Look at those details. Which made it nice. But this guy, I just didn't know, and it's expensive to buy spray paint. I should have just got one and stole it. But I just did him gloss. I mean, it's already primed and everything, my Zenithal prime, but I just ended up doing him gloss paintbrush. So he needs another, like with these, it's just pretty much make sure you get your coat. You can get it in quite a few little, just like a couple to, a few sprays, and that's it. This, you gotta, go lightly layer it on and everything. So that's why I'm probably going to whatever do next, and I know what my base color is. That's all I'm going to do is just spray my base color. And as long as I do my prime and stuff and use my detail brush on the other stuff, I can get what I want out of it and without having to do a bunch of crazy shit. And maybe do a wash after to make it look, more rusted or some bullshit. But yeah, that's the plan. So, turn this down a little bit. We're going to keep painting this guy the gloss black, and then whatever's left over will I really wish some of the other stuff came out because I did a blue wash on him. I should just do another blue wash. We'll see. Yeah, maybe. I'm thinking, guys, maybe I should do a blue wash. That will go over a lot of the spots that I would want. And then when I do, I could do gray too. If I could do the blue and then do a gray over that, which I should have did for him. I wanted to do a blue underneath, but I thought this dark gray kind of pops things out, like the shields. That's kind of hard to see, but if you see some of the darker lines, that's because I went over it. Anything that's like standing out and you see a line to or whatever, a detail, that's because I went over it with a brush as well. I did a wash, but I was like, fuck it, let's just brush this. Wash is good, but I'm thinking with these guys, since they're like, armor, and really Tau is kind of like, they're like the hope of the grimdark universe. So in a way, they don't want to look all nasty and stuff like that. They rather look shiny still. So that's why I was still kind of going for a shiny look with this, and I was kind of going for a shiny look with these guys. But I kind of also like that the wash I did on them makes them look a little darker and kind of whatever. But we'll see as I go. Maybe I'll put more detail on them. I'm not trying to win prizes right now. And the overall idea to what I want is there, so we'll see. But given shit I've seen before, it's not bad. It's not bad. Most definitely doing this painting really kind of upped my skills on painting stuff like this overall. And yeah, it's something I would never have thought I would be able to do, is paint something this small with this much detail on there. And it works. It works. I'm looking at my drones to see which ones are left. We have another shield and that. Technically, oh yeah, I was gonna save one to do another gun drone because I already have enough shield drones. Because even if I don't use them on my guys, I can have a unit, and I have a unit, and if I need one on a guy, I should have one. That's kind of how I'm talking to myself, because you guys don't know what the hell I'm talking unless you play the game. But I'm kind of thinking to do a number of shield drones, or do a number of drones of each kind of unit, have a unit ready, and then make sure I have maybe another unit, or less than that. A unit is at least 4 drones. Basically have a unit ready to be a unit, and then another few drones, couple drones, one or 4, I guess that's the easiest way I could say that, 1 to 4 more drones of that unit to be ready for putting in my troops, or my crisis suits, because these guys themselves can get 2 drones each, and that's already a good portion of the drones that I have. So that's basically 6 drones, 2 drones each, 3 guys, 6 drones. And that would be one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these, and maybe one of those on another guy with that. And that's already a good portion of my drones, when my units can take up to like 2 to 3 drones, And you don't have to play the drones that way, but if it was the option I needed to do, I should have enough drones ready to do that without having to scatter around and think about some stuff. So that's the plan with the drones, to make sure I have enough. So I have a unit already. If I need to, I would have more, but I have it ready to go. And then I got my crisis suits, and I still got to do stealth suits. I got to build it and paint it, so that'll be next. And yeah, this game's pretty much ready. So if you're interested, I did come up with a game earlier this week. And let me get things ready here. I should keep this like this by me. And get my black ready. These are wet pellets, so there's paint in them, and just a paper towel that's wet. Enclosed as much as I can so it doesn't dry up. And it's still wet. Beautiful. That's what I want. And get me ready. And then, yeah. Let me see. I'm just going to do that wash. So, yeah, so if you want to play this game, I kind of got sidetracked there, looking at my paint and thinking what else I may need. But yeah, let's keep this right here real quick, because I got to look at my wash too. If you're interested in playing and you don't have models, you don't know what I'm talking about, I can give you some resources. And I kind of created a game kind of loosely based off the recruit rules of the Warhammer Indominus box set. And we could play online, even live. We can even play, like, literally, if you understand Warhammer or anything, we could be doing games right now. And that's how we could really turn my Twitch stream into a gaming stream. So if you play Warhammer, or are familiar with it, or are interested in it, I have a way you can do that. I, again, created a game, stripped down the rules, and I don't even know all the rules. I did what I understand, and I stripped them down to basically, it's a static play. All you need is a basic troop, basic unit, which is infantry, or we could do anything, but this is to start it off. So you get a troop of your choice, and then of course you could take one of those troops, and you can turn it into a captain, which he has some buffs and stuff. Some of them just have like they're a little faster or whatever. Turn him to your captain, gain whatever buffs, and whatever buffs your unit gets, and we can play online. You could have the camera, have the here. I would need to be able to show you my roles, which I guess I could just go blam, because this is kind of what I want to do anyways. I want to tilt my iPad or get a camera so I can show you this better. And there's a way to do that, I guess, because you don't want to see me. Really. I don't even want to see me sometimes. If I don't move too much, I might be able to keep it in this position. And you can at least see a little bit of this. And you're going to be able to see me painting. So hopefully, as long as I don't move the table too much, I can keep the camera in this position. And you can see some of the things here. Feel it in my bones. No, that's horrible. Feel it in my bones. Maybe better. So I was thinking of doing a blue wash on this guy. So anyways, back to what I was saying, because I got distracted by the camera shit. We can play a game online. I could teach you the rules. We can go over it. I got to contact a couple guys because we're supposed to have a play date this week, and I just got busy, and I think they got busy. But I already tried it, and yeah, you know, I did about a 40-minute game that I can probably knock down quicker, since, you know, if I get familiar with the rules as well as someone else does too. You know, both of us be able to be familiar and make it easier. But I ended up doing that, and it was very fun, you know, because it was all just the probability of the die, and just a little strategy based on units and how you want to play them, you know. I had the Chaos Cultists, and I have Tal, and I used Tal's drones and stuff like that to go against the Chaos Cultists, and they lost. And all the Chaos Cultists do is just shoot. There's not much left to them. I got to actually double check their. You know what? I could show you what they look like. Hey, where's my stuff suit? Oh, I also bought this for my D&D game. It's kind of hard to see, but I'm going to paint these. Actually, maybe this might be better because it has... And this chick has a whip. It's not the whip I want to use, but I eventually will get one, but I'm going to use her. Who knows? I might make her drow just so it's all works with this. Who knows? But I'm going to use this as my chick with the whip for my pirate game that we plan on playing. And these are the Chaos Cultists. See, this is why a separate camera would be better. This is reflecting too much. But yeah, there's the Chaos Cultists. And there's like you can, I forget how many come in a unit. It says 5 miniatures. So actually, I think I need 2 of these to make a complete unit. Now that I think about it, but we can go 5 against 5. Jesus Christ! So I gotta get 2 of these to make a complete unit. That's actually pretty cool. Anyways, I just realized that that's just 5 miniatures. I got to get another one to make 10. I think that's a full unit. But yeah, so we can use those too. You know, if we ever get a chance to, you can just grab, which is also sometimes expensive in itself, just to get a damn troop unit, a unit of troops, compared to just having, you know, whatever. Or you want to invest, you can get the start collecting of them. But pretty much you have a unit. We do basic rules, no moving. It's just saying you shoot. These are the weapons we're shooting with. We roll, do wound, you know, all that stuff. And whoever has the last, whoever's the last player standing is the winner. It's simple as that. But you still have all the room for strategy with weapons you want to use and how you're going to shoot them. And in my case, I got drones to use, and I have a marker light system that I got to figure out. So there's still room for some strategy besides moving around on the board and doing all that. So it doesn't take away, and you get to learn. I got to learn. So yeah, if you're interested, contact me, and I'd love to get this going. Like on nights like this, I could just be rolling, bam, bam, bam. I even bought some new dice. I kind of want to just play now, but it's gonna take some time, especially if I just do it by myself, so I can show you guys. Well, I don't even have the Chaos Cultist build. That would help as a visible representation as well. So I guess once I get those built, or get another box to make a full army, and it's just $10. I even forgot where I bought those. I think it came on my birthday. So when I got another $10, I just want to blow or that I can blow, I'd probably buy another box to have a complete unit and actually really play a game here. Now that I think about it, I mean, I can still use the 5 units because I can make the rules whatever I want in this homebrew game. That's why it's called homebrew. So I could do that's why I create the rules the way I did here, because it makes it easier to play at home. We don't got the whole travel thing and all that. I talked about my personal experience with what's going on, and we won't get too much into this because we already spent too much time. But yeah, so if you're interested, I most definitely would want more players. Message me here, or find me at the Anonymous Rail Network or my Twitters, which I'll post up again here. There you go. anomradio.net. AnonymousRadioNetwork.podbean.com. LCGH on Twitter, another one. Where's my Crazy J82? That's Periscope and Twitter. That's my personal account. And I should have an Instagram one. Is this? No, that's not it. One of these is my Instagram. This one? No. It's kind of hard. This is why I need the... Oh, did I put it up here? Well, that's my Facebook. If you want to find me on Facebook, that's all you got to do. I got to remember where everything's at. Damn it. I thought I had one more page. Is this it? That's... I got to delete that. That's not it. That's my name. I really can't believe I can't find this right now. That's that. Is this it? I guess that's it. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Well, Instagram is Crazy J. It's the same thing as my Twitter. I didn't realize that, huh? And if I start messing with that, I want to knock something down. So you can find me there, and we can talk more about this game and all sorts of other things. So I'm going to open a piece of candy. And we're going to start figuring out if we want to do the base coat of black gloss or do another wash. But now the question is... some Starburst. What? Come on. Let me open this. What do I want to do first with this? And should I do a light color? Yeah. All right. We'll do a light color. I guess I could add this in there just to lighten it up. I forget what blue. No, it's not pool blue. I ended up putting the colors on the top here. So what I'm doing is a wash, is so all the recesses here, which really I don't... It's like it's not necessarily needed. because I may have to go over with whatchamacallit, with the line brush anyways. But if I can get it done, see, I did a blue one. I could see it in some areas. It pops out where it's a little lighter, where I have like the dark and the light shield here. You could see it. You can't see it there in the camera. It's not going to show it to you, but where there is kind of a separation, there's a recessed line, and it kind of shows there. So and then eventually what I'm going to do is go over with gray over the gray parts that you see. I'm not sure what I want to do with the back yet. I kind of like it gray, so I might just paint it gray. You see how I did the Transformers, the black part, you see that's a circular part there? I turned them black just to kind of simulate wheels, and then if you look at the chest, it's kind of red to simulate the train. So anyways, I might do that, and that'll pop out some shit. So I'm just trying to decide what shade of blue I should do. I got these colors. Of course, this doesn't help. I should just leave this here. Maybe that would be better. There you go. I guess that helps. I want to say that one. This one I kind of want to do. I think it was this color that I did. This deep navy maybe, but I think it's just too dark. And I want something that's going to lighten it up a bit. Then I have the summer sky, but I feel that's... There we go. You can see the difference. The summer sky is the one on top. And I feel... Yeah... Maybe the summer sky. Okay. I'm going to try the summer sky. We're going to do a wash of the summer sky. And see how that turns out. And then we're going to mix it.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon.
Sorry, Gareth, it's not that I don't want to hear it. I got to change the intervals, but it's cool. It comes on when it should. And I should, again, get more promos. If you're listening, you're an independent artist, and you're willing to put your music on here, I would do it. I'll be working with you on that. And, yeah, if you maybe got something, because everyone kind of, contributes to the site in a form or another. If you want to put a promo on here, you can donate to the PayPal, and, I'll make sure I get a promo that plays throughout the radio, which all we're listening to is everything at the Anonymous Radio Network.podbean, the actual 24/7 stream, audio stream that's like a radio station. It's basically our network. Guys, you get it, guys? It's our network, guys.
And remember that some worldviews are stranger than
So
others.
I'm gonna do that, and I got a flow aid, and this helps me make any wash I want. It's a flow aid. I went through this before, and I think an earlier video, and it just kind of makes it easier for it to get into the recessed lines and stay there. And I need a lot, from what I can tell, in order for it to stay there without becoming a big issue. I need a lot. So I am going to put this back here. I'm not using that. I'm not using that either. Throw some of that. Throw some of that. And this my nose hairs clippers. And I need to use one of these shittier brushes as my mix brush. That one's good. These are good. I swear I had another brush here. It's a little shittier. A little shittier. You know what, this brush, because I can use it as a wash anyways. we're just gonna stir this up. And what I'm getting is like a consistency that it kind of clumps up itself. Sometimes you need a little bit of water too. And the water just makes the paint a little thinner. They do use thinners in some of these wash mixes that are already pre-made. And then just mix that up, and then we're going to add some more Flow Aid. I'm going to eventually need to buy some more of this. Damn, that's what I forgot. I should have went and seen. Yeah, I kind of got enough. I've been using a lot as it is, so it may last me a little bit. And so I thin the paint out. The Flow Aid is really so it sticks together. And it doesn't really move. It just kind of stays where it's at. If you're digging this song, it's Natalie Grace of Ford. And it's called Stop Yelling. You know, I haven't even checked how everything is sounding.
Watching, but no one's commenting. It's okay, you don't gotta comment.
Okay, sound is coming through. Thank you for watching, everyone. Listen to the music. It's not too bad. I thought I was going to overtake things, but we're doing pretty good. This is a good song too. Well, I'm double checking the other. I just checked YouTube. Thank you, YouTube, for watching. Who's ever out there. I know you guys are watching.
We may be falling like coconuts from a ripened tree.
Oh, that was the Gold Web, Park Love, I believe that was the last song.
Or we may be falling like uranium. Drive real far to the lake in the crater, mattress through the car, but it missed. I think we'll make was the wildest way to go. Out in the wild where our eyes will glow, feed by the red hot fire that we made. Smoke the kernels out, wash it down with ginger ale. I think I feel something coming on. The moon is small, but it moves till dawn. Childish, we shake like flies. Oh, how we shake. Babies who ache and hunger. Oh, how we wait.
Laughing at the chemical high in my. You want me to talk, but I think I just forgot this is the wildest way to go. Look at your eyes, they are big and cold. Water, make for it bad. Use the other lemon tenders with the grass this Thursday down in the dumb of me. My tongue can move when it's so sticky.
All right, we're gonna wipe this off. So we're doing a wash right now, which is just trying to get in all the recess spots. And of course, I'll take pictures and you can catch them up on my Twitter and stuff like that. And then we let it sit in there, and then we dab the top, because this is all gonna get painted anyways. So we just grab the top and get all the excess off. And we might have to do one more again, but the main thing is to get just the surface level stuff off.
I can see the light, and your hand is on my side. It was the wildest way to go. Our bodies twitch and
So I can do more on this side. Oop.
Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be.
Turn that down for a
This
bit.
wild, wacky,
In case you're just tuning in, I've been streaming for almost 2 hours now, and there's all sorts of topics I went through. And if you end up checking out
shedding light
the review of the previous 2 hours here, you'll be able to find all sorts of topics. If you're interested in those topics and want me to elaborate on some stuff, please let me know. That's basically what this whole show is about. Doing this painting, my minis for Warhammer, and talking about all sorts of topics that probably don't get talked about.
Mindset website.
that
That's
often, or at least trying to share an alternative perspective
www.mindsetcentral.com.
that
Check
that
out
is
the Mindset
alternative, I
Podcast
guess.
for
Yeah.
Your curiosity, your opinions, and a sense of humor. And remember that some worldviews are
Damn it.
stranger than others.
Clean that up. I think that's how I gotta do some of this. Just try to focus more on these recess parts. I believe this is more laces. I like this instrumental stuff. And of course, I got the chats open: Twitch, Periscope, and YouTube. So if you're watching, you can communicate me with chat. And you're all watching on each platform. I see it. So thanks for the watch again. But yeah, if you want to communicate, chime in, ask some questions, stuff like that, I'm open to it. While I'm doing this painting for tonight, and then I'll be done and go to bed. So I really do just want to get a coat of this gloss on, if anything. I could do the other shit later. Maybe tomorrow. Do another live stream tomorrow. I've been thinking about doing it when I have some time during the day, real quick. Just, you know, some quick ones. I could do them on my phone or whatever, but like to have this set up and then be able to do the chat stuff and focus on like that, that would be cooler. You gotta remember that I'm gonna go over this stuff again with blacks. I mean, yeah, with black gloss. So it doesn't really matter if I get some certain things messed up with this blue color. So earlier we were talking about fuck work. A little bit. I talked about not much, but I brought up some paranormal, that I'm involved in the paranormal, and I do podcasting. So if you got questions about that, I'll be willing to talk about that and all sorts of other crazy life experiences. Let's look up on the old Twitch and see how everything's going. Hey, viewers. I think some areas I got. I also talked about working for myself as well as fuck work. We talked about the music, what the network's about, what this army's about. And of course, if you tuned in before, some of it's going to be a little redundant because you tuned in before, but we're always getting new listeners. And if you're interested, you can always just respond in the chats and give me some feedback or, you know, anything. I can answer questions and whatnot.
Celebrating all your mistakes, all of your change and all the accolades. It's okay, no problems. We don't want no problems. Prove to me you awesome, and we gon' move regardless. Yeah, we don't want no problems. We don't want no problems. Prove to me you awesome, and we gon' move regardless. Yeah, we don't want no problems. We don't want no problems. Prove to me you awesome, and we gon' move regardless. Yeah, we don't want no problems. We don't want no problems. Prove to me you awesome. We gon' move regardless, yeah.
The city of hate sending so much love. If I can't get around, then I'll rise above. And when I'm down deep at my lowest, you'd be surprised I could go below it. Broken to pieces like Humpty Dumpty. Hear my words and don't become me. If you do, you could rise out too. But it's a long haul, and that's the truth. We all wanna fly, some even try, some chip or two, some just die. Never look back and don't forget it. If you do, you will regret it.
Okay, we don't want no problems. We don't want no problems. Prove to me you awesome, and we gon' move regardless. Yeah, we don't want no problems. We don't want no problems. Prove to me you awesome, and we gon' move regardless. Yeah, we don't want no problems. We don't want no problems. Prove to me you awesome, and we gon' move regardless. Yeah, we don't want no problems. We don't want no problems. Prove to me you awesome, and we gon' move regardless.
I should do that. Turn it up more when I'm not saying anything.
No problems. You awesome. Move. No problems. No problems. You awesome. Move. Yeah. We don't want no problems. We don't want no problems. Prove to me you awesome, and we gon' move regardless. Yeah. We don't want no problems. We don't want no problems. Prove to me you awesome, and we gon' move regardless. Yeah. You awesome. You awesome. Regardless. Yeah. You awesome. We gon' move regardless. Yeah. You awesome. We gon' move regardless. Yeah. You awesome. We gon' move regardless.
I think I got some potato chips still. looks like someone's walking over there or something. Well, I guess speaking of paranormal, this supposedly this house is haunted by things and possibly my girlfriend's grandmother. So you never know. I had some weird experiences, but I mean I can't say that it's totally that, but it's some stuff. And then one of my friends, as well as I guess my partner, coworker, he said he saw an old man in overalls standing by the bathroom when we were doing the remodel one time, just a couple of years ago, and that he was just standing there. And then he told my girlfriend, and she's like, "This sounds like who you just described sounds like my grandfather." And it was, I guess it's weird. It is weird. It happens, right? I'm a paranormal researcher, investigator, whatever the hell you want to call that shit. And I've had experiences, but you can explain them a lot. But you still get surprised. You still get surprised, no matter what, by the stuff that you hear and the stuff that that are just it's just unknown. You know, we really can't explain some things, and it still leaves a little wonder in the world, in a world of cynics and satire. This one's called Simulation, is the band name. Lemon is the name of the song, if you're interested. To be honest with you, I can't wait to have breakfast. So, I think we're going to try to paint this. Well, I got to let this dry, so I'm going to let this wash kind of dry. Hair right there. Who knows where it came from. Ugh. Could be from his brush. Alright, so that's going to dry a little bit. Close that up. Let that rinse. Get a sip of water. Oh yeah, we're going to get a coat of gloss before I get out of here. Hopefully in the next 20 minutes here. And then this will be one of my longer streams. I mean, I guess I could just stream till whenever, but I got to try to get some sleep because I do got to get up early tomorrow. I always got to get up early. Man, I thought I was losing weight. I feel like I did eat a lot of junk food recently. Oh, and look at me trying to go get sitting on this damn bar stool. It sucks too. Oh, but here I am trying to go find some potato chips. Ow. Why is that not playing? Oh, I think I fucked up my audio.
Mindset website. That's
Let me find potato chips real quick.
www.mindsetcentral.com. Check out the Mindset Podcast. Bring your curiosity, your opinions, and a sense of humor. And remember that some worldviews are stranger than others.
Man, this should be dry. But I was thinking while this was drying, I might do it while when I finally put the coat of gloss black on here. But I'm thinking of real quick. This is a good song too. And I found the potato chips because they were just right there. Doing some spray paint over here. I might turn the light on so you can see. You see, I did this here. It's a little hard, but I did a sun because I'd be doing shit. I got spray paint, so when I do some shit, it might, I don't know. It will be sad that I got to paint over that, but I could redo a sun. It's not that hard. I'll just do it all here on my side, which I should have did. I should try do that and maybe do a whatchamacallit, like a galaxy or a solar system or something. I could do it with paints. We don't even have, I'll just do the outline and spray paint if I have it. It just makes it easier with spray paint. That's all it does. It's easier to get outside doing all those brush strokes. That's what I want. I actually ended up picking up a vape pen, or like a nicotine vape one, not the other one. I could use one of those too, but I just ran out. Luckily, I had this. I'm actually trying to cut down on smoking this, just because cigarettes and smoking tobacco like this is bad. To pipe tobacco, I wouldn't mind getting into. I'm gonna do so.
I'm as loose as a goose. I hope he tries his luck. He teach me how to shot. He looking real sharp. I'm as loose as a goose.
Cool.
I hope he tries his luck. I'm as loose as a goose. I hope he tries his luck.
This is Mortat Shopping. Alright, let's get the brushes ready for the flat parts here. I gotta start stretching. I gotta start drinking more water too. Shit. Here's one. It's still too big. I guess this was a flat one, but I ended up doing a lot of washes with it because I didn't have brushes. Well, I didn't want to ruin my other brushes for such small detail because they're bigger. And I could. Oh yeah, I can still get it with this. Otherwise, I do have new brushes. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Let's try with that. Some of these small details. And we're gonna let that go down a little bit. That's why I like the black and miles, because I can just put it down and pick it up whenever I need it. Let's drink some water.
He teach me how to shot. He looking real sharp. I'm as loose as a goose.
Whoa, stuff is falling.
I hope he tries his luck.
This back there. Put this over here.
I'm as loose as a goose. I hope he tries his luck.
Let me see. Let me just try to quickly roll some of this stuff. So this was a good brush, one of my good brushes, and then I screwed it up. See, it's kind of frayed there. So with some of the brushes I screwed up, I just kind of clip away the bad areas. This is what you kind of do with painting brushes, because I do painting, like houses, rooms, and you just little by little clip away the frayed stuff to maintain the brush until you're like, well, I need a new brush. And I use my nose hairs trimmers, which I actually left up here, and I need to actually trim my nose. Alright, and that should make it much more flatter when it spreads out. So there's something right here. I'm not sure. And then with the smaller parts, I'm going to get with a smaller brush.
Good
I had a
evening,
feeling
good
that was gonna
morning,
come
good
on.
afternoon, wherever you may be around this wild, wacky, and sometimes disturbing world of ours. Yes, that's the intro to the Mindset Podcast, a weekly attempt to open eyes and shedding light on what's really going on in the world, all done by ripping apart the media madness that masquerades as news. Join me, Gareth Davis, every Sunday on the Mindset Podcast. You can find the show on all major podcasting services such as iTunes, Stitcher, and so on. Or you can go directly to the main Mindset website. That's www.mindsetcentral.com. Check out the Mindset Podcast.
How's your
Bring
guys' week been?
curiosity,
How about
your
that?
Opinions, and a sense of humor. And
How
remember
have your
that
guys'
some
week been?
worldviews are
Mine?
stranger than others.
It hasn't been that bad. It was actually pretty good. I was working on roofs today, this week. I've been working on roofs for the past couple weeks. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm scared of being on the roof. I think I'm going to use a detail brush in these parts. But in certain roofs I'm not gonna get on just because it's a pain in the ass as it is. But I get on them. I gotta make that money. So I gotta get over my fear. And I do. One guy was even calling me to deal with stuff because he couldn't do it. I joked around. He's like, yeah, I don't know about that. I go, you think I know about that? All right, we'll see. But I got up there and did it. Fixed the issue. And now, I just gotta get used to roofing in that sense. I still don't know how you guys do it, man. It's some maneuvering too, just to do what they do. Oops, sorry. As I was explaining earlier, I'm an HVAC tech, but I do remodeling, handyman stuff. I do everything, a little bit of everything. Even with this painting, it's like, am I gonna be able to handle this? And sure enough, here I am, figuring out techniques and stuff to paint these things so they look cool and we can play a game. Because playing games, that's cool. I like to play games. I play all sorts of games as well as tabletop games. I do, as I showed you earlier, my D&D character, role-playing. Get into smaller areas, so I'm going to switch up my brushes and give this guy a break. This one might work. Let's see. That was Grandkids Gold Ring. Grandkids. Interesting band name. Gotta have a steady hand. Patience. Getting into cruise there. So much hair. Mostly from the cats. And I always, or I should say, I do my best to clean my brush every time I'm going to use it again. Every time I'm about to dip it back into the paint. Just because it's a pain in the ass to try cleaning anything after that. And it ruins your brushes if you don't. So it's always good to do your best to upkeep your brushes by cleaning them as often as you can. To get some more gloss paint on this on my pellet here. All right, cool. Gloss black. a little too much water. Let's see. Maybe that was just enough water.
good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be around this wild, wacky, and sometimes disturbing world of ours. Yes, that's the intro to the Mindset Podcast, a weekly attempt to open eyes and shedding light on what's really going on in the world, all done by ripping apart the media madness that masquerades as news. Join me, Gareth Davis, every Sunday on the Mindset Podcast. You can find the show on all major podcasting services such as iTunes, Stitcher, and so on. Or you can go directly to the main Mindset website. That's www.mindsetcentral.com. Check out the Mindset Podcast. Bring your curiosity, your opinions, and a sense of humor. And remember that some worldviews are stranger than others.
This is a good track, too. Me, Jane. Pamela.